Hi friends, it's Lindsey from the blog Books for Christian Girls. Welcome to this little impromptu reading vlog. I don't typically do reading vlogs, but I've got like 3 or 4 books I want to try to read this weekend. Well, it's not really a weekend, it's Wednesday, but like Wednesday through the weekend, through Saturday, Wednesday through Saturday, I've got some books I'd like to read. So I thought it would be fun to do a little reading vlog. I just got done filming 2 videos that should already be posted by the time this video is out. And that is the books I reread in 2021 and then the books I want to reread in 2022 this year. Just got done filming those, so that is why my bookshelf is in current disarray and I've got a giant stack of books. But yes, thanks for joining me. Let's have fun. Oh, actually, I filmed a little bit of me reading an ebook on January 1st. It was Ansley's Big Bake Off by Kaithlyn, Olivia, and Camryn Pitts. It wouldn't be a video without Daisy barking in it. And I enjoyed that one. It was a really cute middle grade book, but I have footage, and that was back when we had our Christmas decorations still up. So if it's okay, I'm gonna insert that now. So, yeah. Overall, it was a really cute book. I enjoyed it. I plan to read and review the other 2 books in the series, the rest of the trilogy. Very filled with faith content, very cute. Yeah, I don't have much else to say. It was just very cute. I have a full review. I'll link it down below. But yes, I'm gonna go eat some lunch. It is almost 4 o'clock, but I've been filming for the past couple hours, getting ready for filming. So I'm gonna eat, put my room back in order, put my bookshelf back in order, and then maybe get busy reading. I have a couple books I need to read. One especially today or tomorrow, so yes. Okay, hello and welcome to my reading nook. Same day, still Wednesday. I am going to get started reading. Where's Kindle? Kindle. I'm going to start reading. Wait. I'm going to start reading. Is that right? That doesn't feel grammatically correct. Let me see, I'm pretty sure I already have it on here. Okay, let's send that. Okay, for some reason I thought I already had this book on Kindle, the PDF version, but I do not, so we're gonna send it now. But I am going to be reading Ignite by Jenna Terese, I believe is how you pronounce the author's last name. Pretty sure I got that right. But I feel terrible because I've had this book for quite a few months and I was supposed to review it. Daisy. But I don't know what I was doing in 2021 when it came to reviewing, but I feel like it was very like fly by the seat of my pants, and I'm not that type of person when it comes to blogging. Daisy! Daisy! Come here! And it just kept going off my radar, and I feel really bad because it looks really interesting. Here it is. Okay, so it is the back cover on Goodreads had me really intrigued, and I thought I would just read this opening line to y'all. It is also book 1 in a duology, which I'm really excited about. And when I asked for y'all's favorite duologies that you've read on Instagram a couple weeks ago, a couple of y'all mentioned about this one. The second book hasn't been released yet, but it looks really interesting, so I thought I would try it out. And the main thing is, what if superhumans weren't considered heroes and the main girl is attacked by an illegal super with fire powers? She doesn't get burned, but she now has a firelight glow flickering in her eyes. And with superpowers criminalized, she has no choice but to turn herself over to the superhuman containment facility or risk hurting everyone she loves. Her normal life seems lost forever until she is selected to be one of the first to receive the experimental cure to destroy her powers. In exchange, she must first complete one mission. Infiltrate, why can't I pronounce that word well? And capture one of the largest gangs of the supers and the remains of the once great Rapid City. With the cure and her future at stake, Scarlet is prepared to do whatever it takes to bring these criminals to justice so that she can return to her family. But this gang and their leader, Rez, aren't what everyone says, and Scarlet begins to question everything she was ever told about the superhero containment facility and the fire flowing in her veins. The cure is her only hope for returning her life to what it was before, but is that life worth returning to after all? That back cover has me intrigued. I haven't read Daisy. Hang on, y'all. Let me shut my door. Okay. I have only read the... Oh, it's right here. I can grab it. Hey, cool. Don't fall. Okay. I've only really read these two books that are superheroes, and that's Twinepathy and Lightporter. They say how to pronounce them on the back cover. I love it. But I really enjoyed these. These were just clean. There was no faith content. This one apparently does have faith Christian content in it, and I'm really hoping I like it. The plot sounds really intriguing, and yeah, I'm gonna get started reading it. I'm pretty sure it's a pretty big book, isn't it? Hardcover, just under 400 pages, ebook 430 on 2 other editions. So, that's a big book. But it has me excited. I'm excited to play it out, to read it. So I'm gonna get my review stuff up on my computer and get reading. I am also going to go grab some water for my diffuser. Be right back. Daisy May, beautiful beetle. I gotta go pick up my tea. I hear the kettle going as well. I'm just gonna do a diffuser balm I made up. I love this one. I will post what this one is. It's a blend I found online that I just love. It's a little fold, oh well. No noise, please. Okay, let's go get our tea. also kind of give y'all a sneak peek, kind of a look into how I review. Thank you, Daisy. I see no one, Daisy. There's probably a dog. That sounds like there's another dog bark. I don't see anybody. Daisy, there's nobody. Nobody. There's nobody. Okay, where was I? My review. This will give like kind of a look into how I review. I apologize for her excitement. I just don't know. So what I always do is, for those who aren't familiar, hi, I'm Lindsey. I run the blog Books for Christian Girls, and I've done it for almost 9 years now, which is insane to think about. But I list out like the spiritual content, negative content, and sexual content found in the books I review, which are typically always Christian fiction, sometimes nonfiction. Rarely. I'm not big into nonfiction, maybe at some point in life, but not currently. So yes, I always review it, so I have my review layout and I'll show it to y'all. Welcome to my little thing. So I always have it laid out just like very simply so on a Word document, and I just copy it out. This is like my standard format. I've done it. And then I have it in a new one. So yeah. There we go, and I'm going to fill in with some information that I already know and then start reading. I'll typically read like the first couple chapters here at my desk, so I mean that won't be so exciting for y'all, but that's just my normal layout, because if there's like any content mentioned, most of it will be at the beginning. Not always, but a good amount. And that's all I really know thus far. It's book 1, but I can fill that out later. Let's start reading. I should note, I'm typically, yes, in a Kindle or an ebook, I would just highlight, because then I can just like, you know, cozy up in a chair with my blanket and my cup of tea. But this is a PDF version, so I can't highlight. But even then, it honestly is easier for me to type up the content as I go, as opposed to like having a piece of paper and a pen and like noting it down. I used to do that back at the beginning of BFCG for like 3-4 years. I exclusively wrote on paper, and then I finally got smart and realized, hey, if I'm reading this during the day, I can just do it on my laptop, and that saves me a lot of time. But yeah, there's pros and cons to both. There's pros and cons to both. So okay, let's start reading. Chapter 1. My camera's not focusing on me. Oops, I'm sorry, y'all. Was it? It was focusing on my gorgeous macrame thing I made, but it's not. Okay, hi. I'm already like so intrigued just with the concept of like superheroes are looked upon as criminals. Like that already has me really, really intrigued just in this opening chapter. I think my tea though is ready, so I'm gonna go grab my tea real quick. Okay. Tea has been secured. It's still incredibly hot, but let's continue. This is interesting. Actually, let me move this closer. I will hit that and it will fall to the floor. I don't trust myself. You go that way. Okay, let's see. Hi friends, reading update. It is, what time is it? 9:13. 9:13, yes. And I'm at a little over halfway through the book. I did move to my chair and just grabbed a little notepad for my chicken scrawl. Is that what it's called when someone's handwriting's terrible? But I can read it. No one else probably can. Like, wanna try? Yes, but I've just been over here. It's been really interesting. I've never really had like the thought of what if those with superpowers weren't good, like, you know, superheroes. So it's been interesting, but it's also been like a lot of like, I can kind of see current day events in it as well, or just like from the past couple of years. So it's been really interesting in that regard. I'm a little over halfway through it. And yeah, it's just interesting. They're at kind of like a turning point right now. I'm at page 254. And I think it's just over 400 pages, which is a really big book for me. I don't typically read ones that big, but it's been interesting. The faith content's been pretty light thus far, but I kind of wasn't expecting that. I was expecting that. Let me clarify. I was expecting that because of, you know, superhero-like things. So I'm like, I don't know how much you can include, but what's been in it has been interesting. And let's see. No sexual content noted thus far. No crushes, no male leads. So that's been really nice. Yeah, there's not really too much to say thus far. I have a few notes that I'll mention once I finish it. But yeah, it's been really interesting. And I will see y'all hopefully in a few hours once I'm done with it. I think I can knock it out maybe by 11. I think I can get it done by 11. Going to continue on reading, so see y'all in a bit. I had to turn on the light. It was getting a little wonky lighting wise, but yes. Hi friends, it is 10:49. I just finished Ignite, and wow, that was really different than what I've read before, but I really enjoyed it. 4 stars. I'm gonna type up my thoughts and then I'll come back and give y'all a little bit more coherent thoughts. But yeah, really interesting. Really interesting. I'm really looking forward to reading book 2. That was really interestingly done. So yes, I'll be back. That's so cool. This is just so cool though, y'all, because there was no sexual content at all in this book. Like, no romance, no crushes, no liking someone, no blushes over a boy. Bravo, Miss Author, bravo. Just, oh, yes. Oh, I'm just so happy writing that in my review that there was none of that. Oh, so nice. Okay friends, let us discuss it. I have some of my thoughts down. Some of them. It's always a challenge. I always like am at my computer for a good 20 minutes after I finish a book going. But it is what it is. Because I'm just trying to like, I make notes at the top of my pages or while I'm reading on the end of the document just to try to jog my memory at the end. Let me adjust this just a little. There we go. And yeah, this was just really fun. Like I say fun there, but like I mean like it was just entertaining. It was very different from the majority of the books I've read. It was also incredibly different from the very like typical YA superhero or just YA plotline of like, so like I don't, how can I explain this? Let me see. One of my notes I had was that it was really nice because it's different from the typical YA, so that's true. Because like her power isn't rare. They're like, yeah, it's not uncommon kind of thing, and I just like that as opposed to, you know, the whole she's the only one with this. She's a special, a rarity, an anomaly. But I just really liked that part. Like, it wasn't the typical. And then when I read the back cover, I really thought that Reese would be like, Reese, I'm sorry, I don't know how to say it. I really thought he would be like the male lead, but he wasn't. There was no male lead, y'all. There's no romance. Like, the second book can have romance, I don't care, but this one had none, and I just appreciate that so much. There was no hintings of that. It was so nice. Like, it was like a book with a plot that wasn't based around the romance, and that was just really, really nice to see. Like, it was like a substantial plot. Like, it was a good plot. There was things happening that wasn't like willy-nilly, kind of like a filler, you know, because I've read some books that don't have romance, and I kind of feel like the romance might have been taken away, like that was supposed to be the main part of the story and got taken away, so you add in something else. This wasn't like that. Did that make sense? That I only want to sound complimentary, I promise y'all. So if anything comes across the wrong way, it was not supposed to be that way. Because I really, really enjoyed how much this book had a plot that wasn't romance focused. Like, oh, just really enjoyed that. She also isn't the only one. Like, I felt like the back cover gave me the impression maybe I only read into it, or I was just going off of the typical YA tropes of the whole, you've got to go save this group of people, or the world, or a large group of people. Maybe I was just reading into it because I'm used to that, but she's part of a group that is off to go save the world, which I appreciate that. And then plans that they had did not go perfectly. Like, I see that a lot. I've seen that a lot, where like they make a plan and you're like, I don't think they thought this through well, and it still goes off perfectly. That's a little sus. But no, this one, yeah, it was really realistic in that way, and I really appreciated that. There was just, yeah, really appreciated those elements of it. Yeah. I have notes I have to type up since I read this over there and not at my desk, so I'll just have to type these up. But yeah, the faith content was pretty light, but I'm okay with that because I wasn't sure how do you implement, how do you create a world where there's like superpowers, not magic, superpowers with like faith, with the Lord, with God. I wasn't quite sure about that, but there was a message in there, and I thought that was neat because, yeah, it was just neat. I would like to see a little bit more in the second book, a little more faith content, seeing that developed a bit more. I bet there will be. I feel like it's leading up to having more. And seeing Scarlett's character development in that regard, because we didn't really see much of that in this one. The only thing I can kind of think of that I guess would be kind of like, not a flaw, not a negative, but just two things I noticed that kind of bugged me a little bit, was there was quite a bit of details that I didn't feel like added to the story. And I mean, this is a 430 page book, so I feel like there was a little bit of a lot of like, because it is in first person, so it's like the whole describing the actions, and that got a little much for me personally. But I could have just been like, I want things to happen, I want to get on with the plot, and I was just like kind of like not annoyed, but like a little like, forget about that, I want to know what's gonna happen. So that totally could have been me. And then there had been months had passed at one point, and I totally didn't realize that, and I was just like, did I miss that? What happened? Like the whole, when she, and this is on the back cover, I read it earlier, not a spoiler, when she turns herself in to the facility, like she'd been there for months, and then they give her the mission, and I didn't for some reason I didn't get that realization that it had been months. I don't know if that's just me, if I read too fast, it happens. But yeah, those were like the only two things that I would be a little like about. But no, overall, really, really enjoyed it. Definitely want to read the sequel. I'm very curious. I don't know when it's coming out. I feel like somebody told me it's coming out in the summer. I don't know if that's right. But yes, it was really different. It was really different, really clean. I mean, there was quite a bit of fighting, but it never felt like over the top. Though to be fair, I don't pay a lot of attention to fight scenes when I personally read. Like, I note what I have to note for their content reviews. But yeah, it wasn't major. It was very, like, it was clean fighting in the sense of how the author described it and wrote it, which I really, really appreciate. And yeah, it was just really different, really refreshing. I liked it quite a bit. What else can I say? I don't really think I can think of much else to say. I feel like I have a lot of positives about this book. Really different. So yeah, if you're interested in it, I think you ought to try it out. I mean, superpowers, it's not really something we see at all in Christian fiction, and this one was just really clean, really fun. Also, if you're looking for no romance, with a book that has a legit plot, that's not like floof, I think you would enjoy it. I enjoyed it, yeah. I can't say Scarlett made an overwhelming impression on me, but I did like her as a character. And yeah, I'm just looking forward to some character growth in the sequel. But yeah, it was really good. I enjoyed it. So yeah, I'm going to type up my review. And I don't know if I'll be reading anything tomorrow. I have my Korean lesson in the morning, and then we have to run some errands, and I need to edit a video that I filmed earlier today. So I don't know if I'll film anything though. I mean, I don't know if I'll read anything tomorrow. I probably won't see y'all till Thursday. Tomorrow's Thursday. I won't see y'all probably till Friday on their whole reading side. But yes, see y'all later. What are we gonna read? I don't know. Didn't read anything yesterday. I don't read every day, so like, I just don't. There's other things I've gotta handle and do. But I'm currently debating what I want to read. I'm debating. I don't know. I feel like I should read a physical book because I haven't read a physical book in this reading vlog. So let's look at my TBR. Okay. Looking at my TBR, I have options. I'd like to have a 3-star at least. But I don't know which one. Have I read a historical for this? No, I haven't read a historical. Okay, I could read this one then. I want to read Promise Me Aloha by Taylor Bennett, but I'm going to wait a couple weeks for that because my review doesn't have to go up just yet. So I kind of get to just read a book for fun. I already have the next couple couple reviews planned, so those are done and I can just read for fun now. So, should I read this one? I was going to be good and start working on my rereading list for 2022, which includes this trilogy, the Shop Till You Drop collection by Jenny Alkleen, I'm not sure. I started the first chapter and I'm not feeling it right now. So, maybe later, but not currently. So, what should we read, y'all? I think I'll read this one. I'll try this one out. I hauled this one in my last book haul. It's either going to go great or it's going to go terrible in my opinion. I don't know. I could try it. Let me start it and we'll see. But yes, I need to go grab my tea. My second cup of black tea for the day. I don't know. It kind of sounds like it will be like a marriage of convenience story, and that's not really my thing. But I thought I would try it because it looks interesting. But yeah, okay, we'll just try it. How many pages are we? A little over 300. We'll see. Let's just begin it. Okay friends, hi, check-in time. Okay, so Love Finds You in Hope, Kansas by Pamela Griffin. I actually just realized I never told you all the title of it, nor did I read the back cover, and it's pretty short, so let me do that real quick, and then we're kind of going to discuss how I'm feeling at about 100 pages in. So, fashionable Easterner, Allison Stripling is shocked to receive a letter from her late sister's husband in Hope, Kansas, pleading for help with his 6 children. The letter gives Allison a chance to escape her troubles in Boston and in the name of a town that sounds like a sign from God for a fresh start. But when she arrives at a rustic cabin on the prairie, she's in for a bigger shock. Graf Monroe didn't write the letter at all. Realizing the children are determined to pair them off, Ralph and Allison secretly join forces to prove the idea could never work. Can Hope's Cupids, all 6 of them, strike love's arrows into the hearts of their Pa and Miss Allison? Okay, so I already knew this book was going to be a hit or miss for me. I think I even mentioned that in the book haul where I hauled this. It was going to be a hit or miss because of the whole brother-in-law aspect. Don't know how I fully feel about that. But like, she's only met him twice, and that was when she was really little. I say really little, like 8 or 9, something like that. So, and he married her big sister, so they are a few years apart. I knew it would be a hit or miss, and I'm about 100 pages in, and I actually think I'm just going to DNF it. I'm going to mark it as did not finished, because I'm not liking him. I'm not. He's giving me kind of like a vibe, and I'm just not enjoying that. I don't know if that's because of the plot or what, but yeah, I'm not liking him. He's had a couple comments as well, like not comments like verbally, but thinking, because we see his point of view, that I've just been uncomfortable with and that kind of thing. So I'm just going to do a mini review of this on Goodreads of what I've read thus far and unhaul this one, because I don't expect to ever pick this one back up in all reality. Like, I just getting me this far, I'm not feeling it. We're gonna say no to this one, and will I pick up another book? Debatable. I don't really want to end the reading vlog on this note, but I might, because I don't imagine I'll be picking up another book. Oh, my battery's fixing to die. Make a decision quick, Lindsey. I don't imagine I'll be picking up another book in this next couple of days. I've got most of my review books planned, like I said earlier. Gonna DNF this one. So how was this reading vlog successful? I mean, I had a 4-star, then I had a 1-star, and then I got a DNF. So I mean, it started off great and it quickly went downhill. But oh well, that's reading life sometimes. Oh well. I'd love to know if you've read any of these. Well, I'd love to know if you've read the one I really enjoyed. How's that? I don't want to discuss the other two. But yes, I guess that's it for this video. Thank you for joining me. Reading vlogs aren't really my thing that I typically do on here. They're a little more sporadic. But it was fun to do this one and film a little like behind the scenes stuff as well. So I hope you enjoyed it. I'd love to know if you've read any superhero, superpower books, because reading Ignite with that concept was really fun. I heard there's a prequel. Did I already discuss that? I don't know if I discussed that, but the prequel will be releasing at the end of this month, February. This video should be coming out in February. And yes, I'm really excited about that and the prequel and the sequel. So yes, I'd love to discuss if y'all have any other clean superhero, superpower books you know of, because I've read that one, and the Twinepathy current duology by C.B. Cook, which I've talked a lot about. But yes, that is it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I wish it would have been like a lot more of a success, but hey, 1 out of 2.5, 3 books isn't terrible odds. I mean, it's not great odds, but it's not terrible. So, oh well. Thank you so much for watching. I am Lindsey from the blog Books for Christian Girls at blogspot.com, where there's a new review every Monday and Friday. I'm trying to post a new video on this channel every other week, if not every week, if possible, but debatable. And then I'm on Instagram somewhat randomly, but I'm trying to do better. So I will see y'all next time. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!